Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Here we go as we are almost ever so close to Night of Champions. And tonight, a huge main event tonight between the world champion and Ilja Dragunov. A chance for him to earn the third spot in a match where Gunther's already going to face Braun Breaker at Night of Champions. But Ilja is trying to make the case to Adam Pearce that he deserves and he should rock in there, and his heart and what he did and in that number one contendership against Braun Breaker was just moments away, and Adam Pearce, just ever the guy who wants to see the underdog succeed, will give that opportunity to happen tonight. If he can beat Gunther, he's in automatically. He is in that matchup. But we are going to kick it off with a 8-women tag match, 4-on-4, baby, and it's going to include this team here of Liv Morgan, Natty, Nikki Bella, and Roxanne Perez against the team of AJ Lee, Brie Bella, Maxxine, and Paige. What an interesting pairing it is. I mean, Liv and Roxanne still rocking the Judgment Day, still trying to control the Judgment Day on Monday Night Raw, even though Raquel, JD, and Dom are on SmackDown. Liv saying, look, I'm just taking Roxanne under my wing. She's helping me retain my championship, learning a lot of information from me, and making sure that my championship stays with the Judgment Day, right? Because that's what it's about, keeping my championship in the Judgment Day. And there's some critics about it, but again, when you're a champion, you're telling them that you are mentoring her, you are taking her under your wing, and she'll have to sacrifice a little bit to learn if she wants to learn from a women's champion. Meanwhile, Nikki Bella, who just last week teamed up again with Brie Bella, and they beat the tag team champions, but tonight saying, hey, I want to see what it's like. I want to see if your way or the way I want to go is the right way for our team to win. So tonight she's teaming up with Natty, Liv, and Roxanne here to see if that's the way. And on the other side of the spectrum of it, you have AJ Lee, who has made her grand return and now trying to mentor Maxxine, telling her, hey, look, I know Liv Morgan. I know what kind of people she is, and she's not a good person. She's not someone you want to face, so you need some backup because she'll do whatever she can to make sure she beats you. And AJ trying to take Maxxine, and Maxine's taking some of the advice, and hopefully she does listen to AJ Lee about it. But Maxxine says, look, I'm a number one contender for a reason, but I'll take the advice you give me. We'll see where it leads me. And as for Maxxine, her and Natty have quite the history. That is her mentor. That is a woman who's trained her to become the Intercontinental Champion at one point in her career. And ever since then, she became champion, never put that title up against Natty. Natty held grudges against, and Natty released this side that we have now. Natty, the Destroyer, she does not help elevate. She destroys, she wrecks, she disrupts anything that's going on. And I know she would love to be the one that takes out Maxxine, injures her, and maybe even opens up a spot for the Women's Championship. And not a champion, Natty by nature right there. And you got Paige on the other team as well. Paige, who's been a friend to the Bella, saying, hey, look, we were tag team champions once, me and Brie, while Nikki was out. But now I'm here to help you guys out, and whatever Nikki's trying to do is not the right way to do it or right way to go about it. So everybody has their own thing going on here. But tonight it all collides to open up Monday Night Raw in this 4v4. And let's see what happens, as momentum is definitely being built right now towards Night of Champions. Next week will be the last Monday Night Raw. We'll come to you from Youngstown, Ohio, as we will be on the last Raw before Night of Champions, where we will head out to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for a great night of action. And we're going to figure out, we know we have a world title matchup. We know Liv Morgan is going to defend her title against Maxxine Dupri. We know that Gunther will defend it against Braun Breaker. But tonight we'll figure out if he will also defend it against Ilja Dragunov in that one. Every title on Monday Night Raw will be on the line in that grand pay-per-view that we have coming up at Night of Champions for the Raw side of the PLE. It's a Raw exclusive PLE. Look at Roxanne, the prodigy. There's a reason why Liv is not letting her go. Me being me, I don't want to stir anything up, but I don't want to put rumors out there, things that haven't happened. But I really think that Liv is trying to hold down Roxanne because she sees the full potential of Roxanne, and she's trying to hold her down. I mean, Raquel's over there flourishing on SmackDown right now, getting herself in the WWE Women's Championship picture without Liv. I'm just saying. When she was here on Raw, she wasn't getting there. She was barely even scrapping for the Intercontinental Championship. And right now, Roxanne has Brie. And now here comes Nikki. Oh, this is going to get wild here. The Bellas are doing battle, but it's a tag team matchup. But look at Brie telling Nikki, I've been waiting for you. I want to beat it into you that your way is not the right way, that we cannot take that way as a tag team. We cannot. And, you know, other teams would just break up, right? Other teams would just say, we're done. We don't have to be together. But these two ladies, they've broken up before. They fought with each other before. But they're also sisters. They're family. It's going to come back to it no matter what. They'll always come back to it. So they want to stay. You know, we're going to try to avoid that whole breakup and try to ride through the storm and try to figure out which way is right. And for Brie to let Nikki to do this, it's interesting strategy from Brie, and hopefully it leads into the way Brie wants it. Look at Paige getting flipped around right there by an Alabama slammer from Nikki Bella onto Paige. And Paige is going to get pinned, kicked out, though, by Paige. The returning Paige at this year's WrestleMania. Big return. We're hoping to see Paige, you know, kick it into gear, kick it into what made her one great NXT Women's Champion and what brought her that Divas Championship so early. Teaming up with the woman she knows very well in AJ Lee over there. Again, Liv Morgan is telling Roxanne, that's a great move. Take her out of the equation here. And look at Natty telling Paige, I would want to make you tap and I want to break you too. And now Nikki coming after Brie and coming after AJ. And going back after it. Referee gets some control. Oh, Brie getting tossed to the outside. Ref, get some control of this matchup. You are losing full control of this one. And I honestly think you should be doing better at this one here on Monday Night Raw. This is Monday Night Raw, people. This should be controlled chaos here. It shouldn't be this, ref. Come on, ref, do something. He's counting out. He's counting out Nikki, at least. I didn't see him earlier doing that when Paige, you know, I didn't see that earlier. But hey, whatever. I guess he's got favorites here. And AJ Lee taking it to Nikki Bella. And this would be a rough way for Nikki Bella to lose. Paige is coming back to the outside. Ref, you got to restart your count because Paige is on the outside now. Paige, yeah, with a sweep right there. Beautiful leg sweep there by Paige onto Roxanne Perez. I know Roxanne right now is looking at looking at many of the people she grew up wrestling here. Same with Maxxine. So, yeah, same with Maxxine here in this one. They are the younger of the participants in this matchup. Liv is a vet here, whether you like it or not. Liv is a vet on the main roster. And look at that, AJ Lee trying to knock this win into it. Oh, but again, the rivalry, the feuds that the Bellas and AJ Lee have had, I mean, they've been able to make it up, but again, oh, AJ went flying. Nothing there. That's always going to hurt. It's never not going to hurt, man. It doesn't, falling into that mat doesn't make it better. It hurts. Just straight wood underneath that covering right there to make it look pretty. And AJ Lee going to go high risk, gunning it out. Is she going to do it again? I guess she said, fuck it, I'll take another risk. And again, falling straight to the ground again as Nikki Bella able to remove herself from the situation. And I've always been a fan of these multi-tag teams. Gets a lot of people into the ring. Get to see different combinations, different matches while preserving that act of the one-on-one, man. But it's still Nikki Bella taking it to AJ Lee. And now AJ Lee taking it to Nikki Bella. Both of them fighting back. And again, two former Divas champions, two women that want to get back to the top of the mountain and get that women's championship that's possessed by Nikki Bella. Look at this pin. Look at this pin. Look at this pin. Nikki trying to get the better of AJ there. Trying to get the better of AJ Lee, I think. I mean, I don't think he will, but I think she tried to. Tossing Nikki over. And a punch to the face of Nikki. And a punch to Nikki again. I think she was going to try to punch Natty, but said, freaking, I'm going to go after Nikki instead. And kicks to the midsection. Oh, here it is again. Look at AJ. That's impressive. You got to balance yourself out in a good way there. Go, and another one. And now AJ Lee tossing Nikki to her team. What a match this has been to open up Monday Night Raw. And they're going hard at it. And look at AJ. Best thing since sliced bread number 2. She's got the better of Nikki. She's got her there, but Natty makes the save. I didn't think anyone was going to come in, but Natty made it at the last second. She came in to save her team. With AJ Lee right now picking up Nikki Bella. Went for the kick. Shining Wizard. AJ Lee hoping that Shining Wizard could be enough. And there is Liv. Liv now said, I'm not losing. I'm not losing. I'm not a loser. I'm the world champion for a reason, people. And Nikki Bella sees an AJ. Black Widow. The Black Widow on Nikki. Nikki is in a compromising position, but she's finding a way out of it. She found a way out of the Black Widow. Take out the legs instead. Sweep the legs. And Nikki Bella now tossing AJ across the way. Tossing her across the way here. A tag into Roxanne Perez. And there it goes. Roxanne. Fly over. And Roxanne's telling AJ, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. It's not how I wanted it, but it's a singles moment. And Roxanne's going to take high risk. Elbow to the back of AJ Lee. Jesus. And she's going again. She's going again. Multiple elbows to the back again. Another elbow to the back. Damn, on the top of the kidneys, man. And Roxanne with the submission, a crossface. A crossface from Roxanne. She might get her to tap. No, Maxxine makes the save there. Maxxine saving AJ Lee, who is her mentor for right now. And Roxanne, impressive. The prodigy with the springboard moonsault. But Paige making the save. Just when it looked like Roxanne was ready to close it. AJ Lee looking at someone who wanted to replace her. Crossface yet again. Another crossface with the break of the ropes is being applied here. And now Liv Morgan stepping up as Liv telling Roxanne, let me finish the job here. Let me make AJ Lee tap. Let me make her cry about it. Because that's what I'm going to do here. And AJ Lee is getting worked on right now by the women's champion. Drop kick or I couldn't tell what happened there. The camera angle ain't cut into it. But it took AJ out. AJ's off her feet. And Liv Morgan, the Nikki Bella, Natalya, and Roxanne win. As wow. I'm getting word right now from Adam Pearce. He's making a match next week on Raw. The go-home edition of Raw before Night of Champions. The Raw exclusive PLE. We will get Liv Morgan and AJ Lee. Whoa. What an explosive matchup next week. Right before Liv has to defend the title against Maxxine at Night of Champions. Wow. I don't know what condition they'll be in after this matchup, but wow. I'm ready for that one. I'm ready to see AJ versus Liv in a non-title matchup as a go-home show matchup for Raw. I can't wait. Can't wait for that as we head to Saudi Arabia, man. And I can't wait for this one. Stephanie Vaquer, who will be competing for the Women's United States Championship against Julia at Night of Champions 2. There'll be a rematch. It'll be a match of again, it's a rematch of their time in NXT. It's a rematch. These two women have quite the rivalry, but Stephanie has to get through Justine, and Justine is hungry right now. She's been owning her craft in ECW lately, but now getting the chance. She's here on Raw looking for a contract here. As Adam Pearce says, you know what? I've been watching you on ECW, and I know they gave you a contract, but I can also give you a contract to compete here on Raw and earn more money that way and get a chance. And Justine is trying to get that moment here, trying to get that momentum, trying to get that surprise win on Stephanie Vaquer, a former women's champion, a former NXT women's champion, and getting taken down right there. And Stephanie Vaquer says, look, you're going to be tough to beat. I know it. So I'm going to give you a fight. I'm going to give you a challenge. And those who don't know Justine, a veteran of the business. Has been with ECW for 2 years already. But, you know, before then, she had already been a veteran out in the scenes for about 20 years already competing. And finally getting a chance to be here in the WWE umbrella was all she wanted to do. And again, things have come up. Injuries have come up for a time before she got into WWE. And hell, her and Stephanie Vaquer have had a match up before in the Indies before. Out of WWE, they've had matches. But it's always been Stephanie Vaquer on top. Stephanie Vaquer finding a way to beat Justine. But tonight, it's a little bit more important for Justine now. It's a contract to have on Monday Night Raw. Again, you already have a contract with ECW, but if you can get a contract with Monday Night Raw as well, it's more money. It's going to be like doubling your pay here. It's more money that comes into your pocket. You now get more of what you're looking for. The reason you do it, it's either to get paid, which is what some people look at it. People say don't do it for the love of it. Just do it because you want to get paid and make some money. Forget the friends, forget all that, and just get it. And right now, Justine throwing punches, throwing chops back at Stephanie Vaquer, and Vaquer pushing back at her. You know, I got to speak to Vaquer about her opponent, Julia, and what she thinks about her, because that's her opponent at Night of Champions. And right now, Stephanie pretty much told me, this is exactly the words out of her mouth. I got it on quote here. Julia, she knows exactly who you are. You're one of the toughest champions in the WWE. You're relentless, you're dangerous, and you've earned every bit of that women's championship, that women's United States championship. But so is she. So is Stephanie. She didn't come here to stand in anyone's shadow. She didn't come here to admire champions. She came here to be a champion and remain champion and create championship reigns that are talked about for years and years and decades and decades and centuries and centuries. And she came here to be the best. She said, hey, look, you and I are both well traveled. We traveled the world, proving that we belong at the highest level. Every ring we've stepped into, it's made us stronger, and every opponent we've had has made us stronger and better. And now the journey is here. The journey again is to each other. And Night of Champions, they're going to do battle again. And this isn't about making history. This is about proving who can deliver when the pressure's the highest. Can it be Stephanie Vaquer who does it again over Julia, or will it be Julia who does it over her again? These two long history. Stephanie Vaquer looking to put down Justine. Drop the double knees there. But Stephanie pretty much finished it off. Oh, wait, pinfall. This could be enough. Will this be the win? Kick out by Justine. She is surviving. Man. And great job here by Vaquer, but Justine surviving. But again, I'm going to finish off what Stephanie said. At Night of Champions, she said there won't be excuses. There won't be controversy. There'll only be one woman standing in the center of that ring with the Women's United States Championship held high, and that woman is going to be Stephanie Vaquer. And what a great set of words there by her to say, this isn't about, more than what it is. It's about who is the better of the two at the moment. They know the history they've had. They've been in the ring for years. They've traveled the world. Both of them have a very similar path, but Stephanie wants to prove that she is better at the moment right now than Julia. And we will see if that is the case at Night of Champions. But right now, Justine's trying to prove to Stephanie that she's the better woman right now and that she wants to earn that Monday Night Raw contract and get that money, get paid more, man. Justine says, hey, look, she's been doing this for 20 years. She loves the business, but she says the business needs to love her now and show her reciprocation for all the love she's put in. And the only way to do that is by paying her more and giving her more contracts and more money. And Justine with the power slam on Stephanie Vaquer. And Justine's going to take a risk here. Against the number one contender for the United States Championship. And a blockbuster, trying to wait for a blockbuster, but Stephanie gets the hell out of the way. Vaquer now, double the code breaker there. It's a code breaker, but Justine's finding something in her right now. Smacking the hell out of Vaquer. And this is a great challenge for Stephanie right here. This is a great challenge for her right now. It's making her have a tough challenge, a tough fight right now. But if she's able to overcome it, definitely put your money on Vaquer over Julia. That's just my call. This is what I'm saying. If she's able to prove it, unless Julia has a match beforehand, then we see Julia truly show who she is. I don't know, man. But right now, Justine, if she wins this, do you put her in the title picture? Just not only does she get a contract, but maybe a title picture. But look, counter. Stephanie said I knew when you were going to go over with those double knees, so I stopped that. And I got you with a twisted ankle there. And Vaquer is just recalibrating herself, maybe setting this up for the end of it. La Primera is looking to finish it off. Where's Vaquer going? Oh, no. It's game. Oh, no. Double knee right there. Double knee by Vaquer. It's Stephanie Vaquer. It's looking to close this one out. Vaquer looking at the springboard right here. No, countered as Julia saves herself there. And right now, Vaquer is putting her down right now. Stephanie picking up Justine for a backbreaker here. Or just, yeah, backbreaker there. And now another one just walking around the ring with backbreakers, man. She crazy. She is crazy enough to do it, and she'll have it. And Stephanie coming with a double knee. No! Justine stepping out of the way. And Justine looking to finish Vaquer here. And right now, I know Stephanie finding a way out of this. Stephanie Vaquer now twisting it around. Oh, no, jump right over her. Justine getting the better of Vaquer. Primera, no, the springboard again. That's just, again, what Justine knows, the tricks she knows of how to get through the ring here, and what's been a hell of a women's matchup here, what's been a hell of a matchup in general. This has been the matchup right now, I think, of the night already. Right now, these two ladies handling business. A flying splash there. Flying crossbody, sorry. She took the whole body and crossed it all over Vaquer. But look at Vaquer looking to close it out. Oh, roll up. A pin. A backpack pin. She put her over like this. And Vaquer says, I got you. I got you. Veteran's a veteran, man. I got the better of you. But look at Julia. Must have heard the words said by the challenger. And she's coming down with her championship. And wow. We've seen it before in the past, but they're in different points right now in their career. And I can't wait to see what happens when these two clash at Night of Champions. Will Julia be able to defend her championship, or is Stephanie Vaquer going to be true to her word? These two will have a fight at Night of Champions for that Women's United States Championship. Whew! It's main event time, baby. It is time for the main event on Monday Night Raw.
The following contest is a gauntlet.
It's a non-title matchup, but it's a chance to get included into the match at Night of Champions that already includes Division's Braun Breaker and the world champion Gunther. Dragunov will have to do the deed here, and he will have to knock off the world champion Gunther. The history these two have, it's crazy. Stand and freaking rise right now, because it is your ring general. It is your world champion. You better treat this man with the respect that he deserves. It is Gunther, baby, and he is here now. I am saluting you, General. You are the general. You are the guy. You are the man of Monday Night Raw. As the ring general is making his way to the ring, I got a chance, again, doing my job as the interview that I am, to get an interview with Gunther first, because he's the world champion. About it, I've asked him, Gunther, you know, when you face off against a man like Ilja Dragunov, you know, a man that you know very well, a great history, great battles you two have had. He told me to shut up real quick, and he told me everybody wants to talk about the history that these two men have. Everybody wants to remember the battles, remember the wars that Dragunov and Gunther had. Everybody remembers that fondly, but Gunther remembers something else. He remembers beating Ilja Dragunov every one of those times. He says Ilja is one of those men who refuses to stay down, and that's admirable. But admiration doesn't win championships. He says this title that he has, the World Heavyweight Championship, it represents discipline, dominance, and excellence. And he has carried it with honor because he has proven time and time again that he is the standard of this industry. And look at these pinfalls. Look at these guys trying to go right at each other and get pinfalls and wins. But he carried on and said that tonight will be no different. Ilja will throw everything he has at him. And at the end of the day, he'll fight with his heart. Ilja will fight with his heart, and he'll fight with desperation. But Gunther will do what he always does, which is he'll outlast him. He'll outlast, outclass. And when it's over, the entire world, once again, will understand why Gunther is the world champion. when I was able to speak to Dragunov about it, I told Dragunov, hey, look, this is what he said, man. What do you think history will repeat itself after all that? Dragunov said easily, here's his words here. History does not define me. Pain does not define me. Defeat does not define me. Every time Gunther has knocked me down, I have stood back up. Every scar, every bruise, every battle has brought me to this moment that I have right now. People think I enjoy suffering. They're wrong. I simply refuse to let suffering stop me. Gunther believes he's untouchable. He believes that the championship belongs to him forever. Tonight, he's going to prove that every empire falls, and he has every ounce in him. He's going to leave every ounce in him tonight just to get a chance at the World Championship at Night of Champions. And because he's not walking in to survive Gunther, man, he's walking in tonight to get the chance to take the World Championship away from Gunther. Those are very strong words from Ilja Dragunov, who still has to survive tonight, beat Gunther. The task he has not had the luck of doing yet here in the WWE. And this is going to be one of his greatest rivals to him, but Gunther says this is not one of his greatest rivals, man. I'll tell you that right now. This is going to be a battle. Gunther entering into this one calm, but Dragunov walking into this understanding he needs to lay down everything tonight in order to beat Gunther. And Gunther with a running drop kick on Dragunov. The world champion plays in a different level, man. He doesn't play in the same level that you and I play. Look at that again. A suplex on the outside, and I think I saw Dragunov's head bounce at the bottom, on the bottom step right there, the bottom ring of it. Look at that. Dragunov still down, Gunther up now, and the champ looking at this. And hey, Braun Breaker, who is that guy who we think might make an appearance tonight, has been told by Paul Heyman, don't come out tonight. Let them handle each other. Let them fight. Let them break each other. Let them break each other to the point. I think Gunther is okay with winning by count, and again right onto Dragunov. And Dragunov has had quite the last couple weeks competing, fighting, man. He needs... Oh, no, not the sleeper hold. He's got the sleeper already. No, not already. That's not in this matchup like this. Let's not end it with the sleeper hold. Come on. Dragunov fighting back, using his head. Says, I'll smack you with my head. Head-to-head contact right there. Damn, that's got to hurt. And Dragunov flying. Oh, Dragunov off. But Gunther says, I know you too damn well. And he hit him with the clothesline. Instead of Dragunov giving him the clothesline, Gunther gave him the clothesline. And another clothesline. Jesus Christ. The neck. He's holding on to his neck ever since that hit in the back, man. And I think that's it. Oh, no, kick out. You got to wonder, Dragunov passing out or what? The neck. He held on to the neck a couple of times there. And he's been injured before in the knees, and a double drop kick. It is that drop kick, that patented drop kick by Gunther right there. And Gunther... But look at Dragunov. Again, fighting hard, man. He's bleeding. And he's fighting hard. But look at this pinfall. Trying to get this win like this. And it could be the win. It could be a ticket. No. I thought he was punching a ticket tonight of champions there. And I guess he's not punching it just yet. But Dragunov says, I'm going to have to break this man. That's what I'm going to do here. He's busted open already. His neck's been cracked. I don't know if he's even able to keep on competing. The referee can't tell. But he's going for it, and he's using boots. Oh, Gunther again to the back. To the back. And dodging whatever Gunther was going to do, but he couldn't dodge that one again. Another suplex onto the back of his neck. But look at Dragunov running on pure adrenaline. I don't know what the hell it is. He misses that one. Is Gunther able to dodge it? And right now, shots again to the back and the neck. That's when Gunther is attacked here tonight. And at some point, yes, I understand the world title's on the line. And again, misses him, but he took out the ref. On Gunther, got out of the way. And Dragunov, unfortunately, took out the ref. Oh, no. This is where Braun Breaker would normally make an appearance and cost somebody a match. But Dragunov, the ref's back up. Thank God. The ref's back up here into this situation here. It's Dragunov. It's Gunther right now. The neck right now has to be evaluated. I'm sure after this match, it has to be evaluated the way Dragunov has been dropped on his neck multiple times. One on the steel steps outside. And look at Dragunov says, I'm going to just use my head again to do a dump up to knock out Gunther. Man, this is not going to go on long. Oh, no, not the small package. No, not the small package win. Gunther and Dragunov's hopes are done. Off of a small package. Wow, Gunther, come on, man. Wow. The champion wins by a small package, but there was a lot of damage done to Dragunov, but I don't know, man. I don't know if his neck wasn't allowing him to get out of that one. His neck was, he did put the small package, look at that, putting all the pressure on his head and neck. Gunther probably understanding his neck is out. He won't have that power to get out of it. Wow. Gunther wins. Dragunov's not making it tonight as champions. Oh, come on. We were hoping for the Cinderella story. Thank you for watching Raw.